right now we'll have a small lightning talk about Android. But first, so it's OK for you to eat. It's OK for you to have fun, basically. So this is just an attraction, so let's enjoy it. So my name is Alexey Buzdin. I come from Riga, Latvia. And basically, I work as a developer training at a company called Cityco. Also, I'm an organizer in a Google development group, Riga, and the biggest IT conference in Latvia, Riga JavaDay. You're all invited, by the way. So today, what we're going to talk about. So the talk is named Android What? Or Why Android? Or what the fuck? And what we're going to talk about. So this talk was inspired by Gary Bernhardt's talk, What, from 2012. Who has seen it? Please raise your hand. Yeah? So this is one of the best presentations I've seen so far in my IT career. I really encourage you to take a look. So this is really funny, really encouraging. And a disclaimer, yeah, so there will be some bad talks about Android here. Don't be like discouraged about this. This is purely for your fun, for your entertainment, and all the things that I'll mention here were done by Android developers. And we should keep that in mind. We can make fun of them, but let's keep that in mind so they won't be offended. And the question for you, who is an Android developer? Please raise your hand. OK, not too many of us here. And please, if you know the answers for the questions I'll ask, don't spoil it for everyone. So this is for Java guys who didn't work with Android. Yeah? OK, so let's start. Writing API is tough. Writing good one is an art. And first, if we read Java Code Convention mentions how long actual class files should be. Questions to you. How many lines of code in a class file is bad? You can yell. 3 lines of code. 100 lines of code. Any other guesses? Thousands, 4,000. OK, so Java Code Convention says it's 2,000 lines of code is bad. OK? So here I've listed some of the Android SDK classes, plus JUnit library, plus Java long string. Question for you. Which of those items has the smallest amount of lines of code? Just yell. Which one? String. OK, any other guesses? JUnit. OK, string, JUnit, any other guesses? Activity. OK, so the correct answer is context. Right? So context is the main class in Android. So Android developers know this. And actually, context has 2,197 lines of code, which is huge. But OK, it almost fits the number of lines in Java Code Convention. By the way, strings is 3,154 lines of code, which is big enough. But string is a basic of Java, so we'll let it pass. OK, which of those left are the biggest? JUnit, activity. Any other guesses? View. OK, it's view and text view. How many lines of code view and text view has? 10,000. Any other guesses? 5,000. Any other guesses? 7,000. 14,000 in a view, 11,000 in text view. OK, OK, calm down. If we take a great library, any other great library, for example, Swing, in Swing, JComponent has 5,000 lines of code. So JComponent is the same as Vue here. So Swing has 3 times less lines of code in their component library. If we take TextView, we know that TextView extends Vue. So imagine one of the classes which just puts a label on a window is 30,000 lines of code. Cool. OK, and just to compare other, and we can see that JUnit, this is 4.13 or something, 5,000 lines of code. So actually, TextView 2 times larger than a JUnit library. Yeah. OK, so let's start with the puzzles. We want to grab a view, a widget, from Android. How do we do it? there is a method called view.findViewById, and you pass an ID. You would guess that this would return an image, right? Wrong. This returns a view, and you actually need to cast it. So each time you get a view, you need to cast it. And Android has those everywhere. Casting, 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 casting. How to fix it? There are a couple of ways. First, every framework, like Xamarin or Codename One, have a custom wrapper. Custom wrapper that returns a generic here. Also, there are binding libraries. Yeah, but this is the first thing you'll notice with writing Android SDK. OK, this one is interesting. How to get window heights in view in Android? OK, we get some kind of display, then get widths, get heights. Sounds OK, right? Actually, this is deprecated. And the correct idea how you could use it, you should create new point and do this. Get size. And you get tuple out parameter. Cool, right? So next, view state. OK, how do we enable a view in a graphical library? We say set enabled, true or false, right? How we hide a view? Any guesses? OK, I'll help you. Set visibility, int. What are the options for int here? Visible, invisible, gone. It's completely gone. OK, next one. Android naming. Naming is great in Android. First, you can use a boring layout. If you want to test boring layout, you could use activity instrumentation test case 2. Right? Because first one is kind of badly written, so we deprecated it. So now we have test case 2. But to tell the truth, test case 2 is also deprecated in the newer version. And instead of test case 2, what do you think? What is the next version you should use? It's activity rule test. They somehow changed the policy of naming things, just like in Angular. OK, so log levels. This is actual log level Android. What do you think this means? What? A terrible failure. Yeah, you can read it. So next, user management is user a goat. This is a method in Android SDK library. And one of the new additions is public static final end remove before M release. And here is a Java doc for that. Right now it's N release. I don't know. Maybe they removed it because N is after M. Maybe they left it. Don't know. OK, next. Do you like nulls? Yay! And Android can give it to us. So we have an image called drawable. And right now, what do we want? We want to take this image and put it in front of a text view, in front of a label. How do we do it in Android? Set compound drawable, null. Not convinced? OK, let's do a select from a database. We have an instance of a database, and then we do query table new string kid kname string value of null. And they say that ORM is bad. Next, Android flavored Java bins. So, what is an intent? Intent is basically an event that you can send, and some other activity can subscribe to it and do some actions. So what do you want to do? You want to open a new window, a new application that handles PDFs. So you have set data. You put a URL to a PDF file. And you also set the type, application PDF. Sounds good, right? It will fail. And why it will actually fail? Because when you invoke set type, it will clear all mutable state of an intent. It will set data to null. Yeah? So actually, the better way how to do it is use the method set data and type. OK. So 7th is the greatest one. So toast is a small pop-up window. Toast make test this hello 2000. For how many seconds this pop-up will be on the screen? 2, 5. OK, any other guesses? So 5 is, yeah, it's an answer from experienced Android developer. Yeah, OK. 2, 5. OK, 2. Reasonable. OK. 0. How many seconds will the pop-up appear at the screen? How many? 2 seconds. OK. Toast make text 1. How many seconds? 5 seconds? 2 seconds? Any guesses? 3.5 seconds. OK. Toast make text 1000. How many seconds? 1? OK. Any? 2 seconds. OK. This one is easy. How many? 2 seconds. Right. You know Android. Why is this happening? Because there is an if statement. So the method receives an int, and there is this if statement. If length long, then long, else it's short delay. And here is the... OK, so that was all from my side, and see you at the very end of the day at the testing RESTful services.